It seems like in the IT world today, just having skills isn't always enough. There's this huge emphasis on proving what you know. I saw a study recently that said 87% of employers see certifications as a critical factor when they're hiring.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just about getting your foot in the door. 35% of IT decision makers say that certified staff bring tangible value to the company. That really sets the stage for what we're talking about today, which is the CCNP Enterprise certification. It's one of those credentials that signals you're a serious, valuable resource.
So it's a stamp of approval that says you can actually implement and troubleshoot these complex networks.
Exactly. It shows you're not just skilled, you're proven times, to be skilled in critical network operations. That makes you a prime candidate for roles that need real networking expertise, and it directly fuels your career growth.
Okay, so it's clear the CCNP Enterprise certification is a significant career booster. But for anyone considering this path, the practicalities are key. Let's talk about the investment involved, specifically the cost.
Right. Budgeting for this is super important.
When you break it down, the core exam, which is the foundation for any CCNP track, is going to run you about $400. Then you have to choose a concentration exam to specialize, and that's another $300. So right out of the gate, you're looking at about $700 in exam fees alone.
And I'd say that $700 is really just the starting line. That's the price of admission to the tests. When you factor in the study materials, books, online courses that can easily add another $50 to $500. And most people I know will want practice tests, which can be another $50 to $200.
That makes sense. So your total investment can climb pretty quickly depending on how you like to learn. It's also worth remembering that these costs can change a lot depending on where you are in the world. But setting the budget aside for a moment, what do these exams actually look like?
Well, the structure itself is pretty logical. It's a two-part process.
Right, so you start with that big core exam, the 350 to 401 ENCOR. It covers all the essential enterprise networking topics, architecture, virtualization, security, even automation. And just passing that one exam earns you a Cisco Certified Specialist certification.
And that ENCOR exam is so important because it really sets that broad foundation. It makes sure you have a solid, holistic view of how a modern enterprise network actually functions before you dive deep into one specific area.
Exactly. And I think the crucial part here is that the core exam validates that broad skill set, but the concentration exams are where you truly prove your depth. This dual approach, a wide foundation plus specialized expertise, is what makes the CCNP so valuable. You're not just a generalist or a niche expert, you're both.
That's a great way to put it. It means the certification isn't just about theory. It's about applying knowledge to real-world scenarios in a chosen specialty, like advanced routing or network design. That directly addresses what businesses are actually looking for, and the exams reflect that, with simulations and drag-and-drop questions, not just multiple choice. It's all done in about 120 minutes.
It sounds like a well-rounded way to validate expertise. So we've covered the value, the cost, and the exam structure. Now, what about who this certification is for? Are there any official prerequisites?
This is interesting, because officially, there are no formal prerequisites to take the exam. You can just sign up.
I see. So technically anyone could try.
Technically. But it's strongly recommended that you have about 3 to 5 years of real-world experience implementing enterprise network solutions. Trying to pass it without that hands-on knowledge would be incredibly difficult.
That makes sense. And speaking of preparation, let's circle back to the costs. You mentioned study materials, but the training itself has a huge price range.
It really does. If you're a self-motivated learner, a self-paced online course might cost you between, say, $800 and $1,200. But if you need that structure and direct interaction, an instructor-led training course can jump up to anywhere from $2,000 to over $4,500.
Wow, that's a massive difference. You're basically choosing between the price of a new laptop and the price of a decent used car.
Pretty much. And you have to factor in the risk. If you fail an exam, you have to pay that full $400 or $300 fee all over again to retake it. And you can't just retake it the next day. Cisco makes you wait at least 5 days. So choosing the right training method from the start is a big financial decision.
Indeed, careful planning is absolutely key to managing the overall investment. So, we've really covered the CCNP Enterprise certification from a few different angles. To wrap things up, what are the absolute key takeaways someone should walk away with?
I'd say it boils down to 5 main points. First, this certification is highly valued by employers. The 87% number isn't a joke. Second, the baseline exam cost is about $700 for one core and one concentration exam. Third, remember to budget for additional costs like study materials, which can add hundreds of dollars. Fourth, the structure is a comprehensive core exam, followed by a deep dive specialization exam. And finally, while there are no formal prerequisites, you really should have 3 to 5 years of experience to set yourself up for success.